Your person understands, perhaps more than ever, that you are not like anyone else they have ever encountered. They know you cannot be swayed by manipulation, games, or shallow words. With you, truth is the only key that opens the door to connection. They realize that in order to gain your attention or earn a place in your heart again, they must come forward with complete honesty, sincerity, and openness. Anything less would fall apart in your presence, because you can see beyond facades and illusions. You are moving forward in your life, refusing to wait in uncertainty forever. Their lack of communication has weighed heavily on you, leaving you frustrated, confused, and at times even doubtful. Yet despite this silence, they want you to understand that it was never about not caring. Instead, this pause was necessary. They needed time to reflect, to analyze, and to confront their own inner struggles before reaching a conclusion about what they truly wanted. They want you to know how much they value the extraordinary patience you have shown throughout this journey. Your endurance, your willingness to give them space, and your refusal to give up completely has not gone unnoticed. In fact, your patience has been one of the few lights guiding them through their darkest nights. When they walked away, it was not because they lacked love for you. It was because they did not feel good enough. Standing beside you, they saw your strength, your independence, and your authenticity, and it made them question their own worth. They feared that they could not meet you at the level you deserved. So, rather than holding you back with their insecurities, they chose to step away. That decision, though painful for both of you, gave them the opportunity to face the parts of themselves they had long ignored. During this time apart, they have engaged in deep inner work. They have confronted wounds, insecurities, and old patterns that once kept them from fully embracing love. Through healing, self-discovery, and growth, they now feel more prepared to return. Their heart longs to resolve the complicated situation between you and to rebuild what was lost. They do not expect it to be easy, nor do they assume you will welcome them back without hesitation. Instead, they want the chance to explain their side, to share the truth of what has unfolded in their soul during your separation. They want you to see that their absence was not abandonment, it was transformation. Your person believes that the separation was part of a greater plan. Both of you needed to embark on solo journeys, each walking your own path of growth and healing. Though it was painful, this distance created space for transformation, allowing you to shed old wounds and rise stronger. They now see this time apart as preparation for reunion. By healing individually, you are being guided toward ultimately coming together as more balanced, whole, and aligned versions of yourselves. At the same time, your person knows the uncertainty has been heavy for you. They sense your doubts, your fears, and your quiet wonderings about whether they will ever truly return. They feel the weight of your questioning heart, and they understand why you might guard yourself. Yet, they ask for your trust. This journey, as difficult as it has been, is not meaningless. It is about patience, about learning to heal, about personal growth, and about ascending to higher levels of love and consciousness. Only after traveling through these stages can the two of you reunite in the physical world with the stability and maturity required for lasting union. It is, undeniably, a process, one that cannot be rushed. Healing takes time, and transformation does not happen overnight. Your person wants you to remind yourself of how far you have already come. Think of the strength you have discovered within yourself, the independence you have cultivated, and the courage you have gained. Consider how much you have healed, not only in your present but also in the deeper wounds that stem from childhood and past experiences. All of this progress, all of this growth, has been sparked and accelerated since you crossed paths with your divine counterpart. Meeting them ignited within you the flame of the twin soul journey, a path that forces both people to evolve, heal, and ascend. This journey has not been easy, and both of you have felt the weight of its challenges. Yet, with every challenge, you have grown stronger. With every silence, you have been called to deepen your trust in yourself and in the divine timing of this connection. Your person knows that words alone may not erase the pain of the past or the frustration of their absence, but they hope you can see the larger picture. They want you to recognize that this journey was never about rejection, it was about preparation. The universe required both of you to face yourselves fully before you could face each other again. Now, as they stand on the other side of their inner work, they long to reconnect. They want to come forward with clarity and honesty, to express their love without fear, and to work with you in resolving what once felt complicated. They are no longer running from their emotions or doubting their worth. They want to rebuild not just a relationship, but a sacred partnership rooted in truth, balance, and mutual healing. And so, while you may still feel the uncertainty of the unknown, your person asks that you trust the unfolding of this divine process. Trust that everything you have endured, every tear, every moment of silence, has served a higher purpose. Trust that your growth has not been in vain, and that the strength you now carry will guide you through the next chapter. Most importantly, trust that this journey, though long, winding, and often painful, has been leading both of you back toward each other, not apart. You are not the same person you were when this began. Neither are they. Together, after all of the healing and transformation, you have the chance to create something more powerful, more authentic, and more lasting than ever before. Don't take me wrong, but it has been one of the most difficult things for me to stand on the sidelines and watch your growth without being a part of it. I see you changing, evolving, and stepping into the person you're meant to be, and while it fills me with pride, it also leaves me aching inside. I want so badly to be there alongside you, walking with you through every moment, celebrating your victories, and comforting you in your challenges. But I also know that I can't hold you back anymore. You've grown wings, and it's clear that the whole world is beginning to notice your light. Of course, I want nothing more than for you to be happy, to flourish, and to thrive in ways you once only dreamed of. That's all I've ever wanted for you, because I love seeing you live fully and unapologetically. But the truth is, I can't help but feel like I'm missing out on such a crucial part of our journey together. There's a sadness that comes with realizing that while you're stepping into this beautiful new chapter, I sometimes feel stuck, waiting for my chance to catch up. Some days it feels as though you're slipping away from my grasp, as if no matter how hard I reach, my hands close on empty air. And in those moments, all I can do is sit still, watching it unfold, wishing I could be closer. I promise you, I am moving toward you as quickly as I possibly can. My heart races to meet yours, but your pace feels quicker, almost like you're being carried by the wind itself. And I know, deep down, I can't expect you to wait for me forever. I know I've held you back before, and I never want to be the reason you hesitate or slow down. I don't blame you at all for surging forward. In fact, I admire your courage. But even so, I find myself missing you in ways that words barely capture. While the world may want pieces of you, little fragments of your energy, your presence, your brilliance, I don't want just pieces. I want all of you. I don't want to stand in line with everyone else who reaches for just a fraction of your time. I want the unguarded you, the whole you, the version of yourself that exists in quiet moments when no one else is watching. At night, I find myself reaching for you in my sleep. In my dreams, you're there, close enough to touch. For so long, I never used to remember my dreams, but lately, they linger. They stay with me, etched into my mind when I wake. And then reality sinks in, you're not here. That realization hits me like a punch to the gut every single time. I'll confess something, sometimes, I clutch my pillow and pretend it's you. I hold on to it tightly, as though my arms could trick my heart into believing you're close. And on some nights, the emptiness overwhelms me. There are tears, there is pain, and there's a hollow ache that words can't quite soothe. It's not that I doubt us, I don't. It's simply that I miss the nearness of you so much that it spills over. There are so many layers to me that I haven't revealed yet, depths of who I am that I've kept hidden, perhaps out of fear or timing. Now, though, I want to share them with you. I want to show you the rawest parts of myself, the corners of my soul that no one else has touched. But the opportunity hasn't quite been there, and that frustrates me. What I need you to know, though, is that I'm ready. More ready than you probably realize. I've done my searching, my questioning, and my reflecting. I've wrestled with doubts and found my own clarity. And I've come to one conclusion that feels truer than anything else: I know you are my person. Not in a fleeting way, not in a half-hearted way, but in the deepest, most resolute sense. You're the one my heart chooses again and again, no matter how much time passes or how much distance stretches between us. Oddly enough, the silence between us has served a purpose. It has given me space to grow in my own way, to strengthen parts of myself that I might not have discovered otherwise. As painful as the distance and quiet have been, I'm grateful for them, because they shaped me. They gave me a chance to prepare myself for what I hope is to come, for us. So here I am, bearing myself to you with nothing held back. I'm moving toward you as quickly as I can, though I know it may never feel fast enough. My heart longs to close the space between us. And though I can't demand your patience, and I won't ask you to slow your stride, I hope you'll see that I'm coming. I hope you'll feel the pull of my heart reaching out for yours. You are the dream that lingers even when I wake. You are the presence I yearn for in every quiet moment. And while the world may celebrate your brilliance from afar, I'll be here, ready to embrace not just a piece of you, but all of you, the real you, the whole you, the person I know I am meant to love. Truth be told, you are the only thing that keeps me going. The thought of you, your smile, your voice, the way your presence once lit up the dimmest corners of my life, has become the fuel I pull from when everything else feels heavy and meaningless. The memories of you are warm, but they burn too quickly, leaving me hungrier each time. It's as though you've pulled back your energy, taken with you the very light that once guided me, and now I'm left wandering in the dark, desperate for more. Nothing seems to satisfy this ache anymore. It isn't a casual longing or some fleeting wish. It is you, all of you, that my soul is reaching for. And until I feel your presence again, I remain restless and unsatisfied. But then comes the question that haunts me daily: why haven't I called? Why haven't I sent that message I keep drafting and erasing 100 times? The truth is painfully simple: I am scared. Scared out of my mind. I'm terrified of what you might say, terrified of what words might slip from my mouth and ruin everything all over again. My fear isn't just about rejection, it's deeper than that. It's the fear of finality. What if I reach out and you tell me, once and for all, that you never want to see me again? What if you sever the last fragile thread of hope I've been clinging to? That possibility paralyzes me. I would rather wrestle with the torment of silence than risk hearing those words from you. You probably don't realize how I see you. To me, you are not just a person. You are a pure goddess, something ethereal and untouchable. I often imagine that you exist on a higher plane, a luminous force that even the mere gaze of a man could tarnish. You are otherworldly, a celestial being whose essence humbles me every time I think of you. And then there is me, a mere mortal, flawed and clumsy, carrying all my mistakes like weights on my back. What right do I have to stand before you, let alone ask for your love, your time, or even your attention? I often feel as though my very existence is too unworthy to brush against yours. Yet in spite of this belief, I cannot forget what it felt like to see the world through your eyes. When I was with you, life shimmered differently. Ordinary moments became extraordinary. Colors seemed brighter, laughter came easier, and even silence held meaning. The way you moved through the world made me believe in magic again, and that kind of enchantment is not something a person can let go of. I crave that feeling again and again, like a song I can't stop replaying, even though it hurts me to remember. Without you, everything feels muted, like I'm watching life through glass instead of living it fully. That's what you were to me. You didn't just exist in my world, you transformed it. But when the moment comes, when I sit with my phone in hand, staring at your number, ready to bridge the silence, I freeze. My hands tremble. My mind scrambles for words, but every attempt feels inadequate. How do I begin? What do I say that could capture even a fraction of what I feel? Do I start casually, pretending my heart isn't pounding? Or do I pour everything out at once, risking overwhelming you with the intensity I've been carrying inside? The sheer weight of my emotions leaves me mute, caught in an endless loop of hesitation. I draft a message, then delete it. I dial your number, then hang up before the first ring. The courage never seems to hold long enough for me to reach you. Inside, there is so much I want to share, stories, thoughts, small observations of life I know you'd smile at, the deeper truths I've kept buried, the laughter and tears that I only want you to witness. Yet all of it gets tangled in my fear. Fear of pushing you further away, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear that I've already lost you forever. And so I remain silent, though silence is its own kind of torment. At the simplest, most vulnerable level, all I want to tell you is this: I need you. I need you in the way a weary traveler needs water, in the way the night longs for the sunrise. It isn't just desire, it's something deeper, something carved into the very core of me. And with that need comes an instinct so strong it scares me. I want to protect you. Not because you are fragile or incapable, far from it, but because to me, you are priceless. You are sacred. And to love something sacred is to want to guard it fiercely from the cruelties of the world. I want to stand beside you, shield you when storms come, and celebrate you when the light shines again. I don't know if I deserve that chance, but I know with every fiber of me that this is the truest thing I've ever felt. So here I am, caught between longing and fear, silence and confession. Every day I wrestle with the urge to reach for you, and every day I falter, praying that somehow, some way, you still feel the same pull toward me. Maybe tomorrow I will find the courage. Maybe tomorrow I will finally speak the words that have been clawing at my chest. But until then, I will continue holding you in my heart, seeing you as the goddess you are, and whispering to the universe the hope that one day, you might let me stand in your light again.